Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Breachers VRML. Not a VR cast. This is actually a tournament. I've never casted a tournament before. I'm here with Scorch. We're getting this tournament underway. Scorch, how the vibes going? How is life right now?
Vibes are alright. Life is a little stressful, but hey, you know, we're coming to Breachers to get rid of all that stress because Breachers is life.
I have to agree with you on that. Breachers is life. If you do anything outside of Breachers, what are we doing? We got to lock in on this game. We have Mac's team and we have Blaze's team going into the finals. This is a best of 3. It's not just a one map and done, but we are going to Arctic for this first map. Mac's team is on the defense. Blaze is on the attack. How do you think these teams are going to match up against each other? And how do you see this going?
I haven't personally watched any of the streams or any of that kind of stuff of how it's going, but based off of just the names itself, I see Jacobs, I see Blaze, Ash, obviously Blaze and Mac going against each other. This is hopefully going to be a close game here. I'm excited to see what occurs as Mac already gets a pick on a D1 cheater.
That was a very aggressive peek from Mac right there. Very aggressive on that library area. Gets flashed twice by Blaze! And Blaze with a bit of a blind fire through the double window. Able to take out Mac on that refrag. Sees the top of Jacob's head. And Blaze's team storms into this library area and gives them the 4-3 man advantage.
4-3 indeed as Cohen takes out David, but Ash refrags Cohen. Just like that, it is now a 3v2. Still the same favor in the on Blaze's team, excuse me, but Blaze's team's health is not looking the best as Ash and Juan both are extremely low to basically one-shot through the body here. Blaze gets an S-tier frag onto Savage, and just like that is a 3v1. 10K takes out one. Can he take out the second? No, but he did get Blaze a lot low now. Now, it is basically, all 10K needs to do is hit his shots, and he's defending EMP. This is going to be tough for Team Blaze, regardless of having 2 players up. All they need to do is hit one shot, and Juwan looks to take him out, and he does take out 10K as they use their numbers advantage to take out the final player in 10K, going up 1-0.
It was looking like 10K was actually going to be able to hold that right there. Blaze and Juwan both one shot right there, and Blaze went through the library hall. The other, Juwan went to the green hall. Blaze was able to get a little bit of an info peek and saw where 10K was standing on top of that table. So giving that call out, Juwan was able to, or I forget who was alive, whoever else was alive, was able to swing and get that pick off on 10K when both of them were just one shot. If 10K, all he needed was 2 bullets right there, just couldn't connect, but it was a good team play from Juwan and Blaze right there to take out 10K and go up 1-0.
Using that numbers advantage, especially being super low, is going to be super helpful for both of these teams here, because you see the refrag capability from both of these teams. Like, if Juwan was able to get taken out by 10K, that's left in a 1v1 situation, but then because Juwan did so much damage to 10K, Blaze could have swung and immediately refragged him, not even being able to let him basically breathe to try and scare that round. And unfortunately, 10K was unable to get the kill, as he does get the kill right off on D1 Cheater here to start round number 2.
That was a good pre-fire from 10K. D1 Cheater tried to hold a lean angle on the doorway to start the round, but 10K was having none of that. Able to get a very quick pick for Mac's team. Exactly what they need is flashbangs are coming out from Blaze's team. Doesn't get any tags. Ensigns are being tossed. And we have a player coming on the flank. Ash takes out Mac, though, off on that flank side. So the rest of Mac's team is in the B objective right now, waiting for this Blaze attack.
Nade goes out, gets no damage, unfortunately, for Team Mac, but Team Blaze is at a bit of a standoff as they're flashing. Now they're fully looking to commit to rush in, but those wall bangs are just barely stopping them. Could we see a rotate from them? Blaze is pushing up. Now he's pushing back again. It seems like that Juwan might go for an A take, or maybe he's going to grab a different gun. Not entirely sure what is going on here. David looking to see if he can get a red play here. Nope. Okay, so everyone is pushing back in the same area. I do not exactly know.
That's what they're doing.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. So they do not have foam. They're looking for it. Unfortunately, if they were... Okay, so Blaze did end up finding the foam. Now they're pushing up fully. It's still a 4v4 with Cohen super close. Gets flashed, but gets no sort of info anywhere else. And Ash takes out David, but not before taking out Cohen. And just like that, it is a 3v3 with an unfortunate team kill from Ash.
wasted a lot of time trying to find that foam. Jawan able to take out Jacobs really quick. 10K and Savage both low. Blaze takes out 10K. EP's down. Now a 1v1 is Savage was able to take out Jawan and Ash. It's all up to Blaze here to hold this EMP after the post plant. Blaze does have the health advantage with that oral, and he gets the headshot off onto Savage, and Blaze's team goes up 2-0 with even a little bit of a hiccup right there trying to find that foam. It kind of took them like a minute to even get foam on the wall.
It seems like this captain here wants to win in Blaze. He is definitely putting the team on his back with 0 deaths, so he is able to stay alive for his team, being able to get the kills. Obviously not completely, because you see Ash having 3 picks of his own and Juwan with 2 picks, but with Blaze not able to die there, he's a sole factor in winning the first 2 rounds, especially because Mac does not have an answer for them right now.
No answer indeed. And like you said, Blaze 4-0 right now. This Blaze's team is definitely putting on a show. It's like Mac's team just doesn't have an answer. I thought maybe that last round would have been won by Mac's team, because it seems like Blaze's team was just a little bit uncoordinated with the foam being dropped outside. Definitely something that you want to keep an eye on to start this round, or to start that round, but it still went into Blaze's favor anyway.
Looks like we might see an early pick again from 10K as he's looking to swing out, possibly get that nade. Decides to second guess himself as 2 players are now looking at that, but he is still being pre-fired there. Now is looking like he might be able to throw the nade. He does throw the nade. Unfortunate with the bounce, but it does take out the drone, so that is less info for this Blaze team pushing up. Nade goes out onto 10K, gets just a sliver of health. He is now down to 98 HP as Ash gets a lot of damage done on him. Nade goes out again, and it takes a little bit more damage from 10K. Mac pushing up here in green. Will he get a pick? He gets one in Ash and gets a lot of damage on the Blaze. Can he get any other picks before rotating back? It seems like he is going to tuck himself and play numbers as they are now up 5-4.
Mistake by Blaze's team not holding green. Usually you'd want someone in here just to watch that vent, but Blaze's team didn't, and Mac was able to capitalize off it, go into the hallway, take out one, and kind of just get back. And now this Blaze's team is just kind of at a little bit of a standstill right here. They don't know what to do. They're about to throw flashes into the hallway. David swinging into green, and Mac is tucked in this corner. Who's going to see who first? David crouch walking by, and he sees Mac's feet. Able to take out Mac, putting it into a 4v4 here. Jawan getting a little bit of damage taken off from 10K, about half. Jawan almost gets taken out from that wall bang right here. Game wall now open. Savage playing really close. Instant toss takes out one. Savage able to swing off the instant, take out another, and it's all up to David and Jawan here. David and Jawan pushing this red hall. I don't think Jawan sees the trip, but he does see the trip. 10K gets shot in the back by David right here. It is a winnable situation for this Blaze team, but they do not have possession of the EMP. Jawan crouch walking into the B objective. Savage takes him out, or actually Cohen takes him out. Cohen takes out 2. Wow, I thought Savage took him out, but definitely a point on the board for Mac's team.
Yeah, unfortunately, Savage was the one that got taken out. He did not get any sort of kills there. He was the bait in that situation. But like you were saying, good round from Mac there. They realized that they went like, in my opinion, and I think you can kind of agree with me on this, is that Arctic is a little bit of a defensive map. So I think the mental going into round number 3 was a little bit low, as Team Blaze seemed to have pretty handily won the first round, and they were up numbers with EMP down, and unfortunately they were able to lose, or they're able to dwindle them down to a 1v1, but Blaze was able to take them out for round number 2, and that's just, I feel like that's just a killer for Team Mac, and it seems like they did not let out the pressure. They realized, hey, we're down 2-0, let's see if we can make this 4-2, and so far, an incredible start.
I want to point out that after the flashbang rework, I feel like a lot of the maps that were quote-unquote defender-sided have sort of equaled out. The flashbangs are just so good now. You could just chuck them in a room and everyone can't, like, no one can see. It's just, it's so useful if you know where to toss, and this Mac gets a lot of damage off on the Blaze. Instants are tossed. Mac gets taken down to about half health. He's going to go back in sight to try to get a stim here. There are no stims on Blaze's side right here, so Blaze is going to sit at 9 health. You wonder if, because Blaze sitting at that 9 health, if he should trade out his Marui to one of his teammates here, as Jacobs able to take out D1 Cheater off in red. A cheeky little pick from Jacobs right there. And once again, Blaze's team at a bit of a standstill as Ash and Blaze are both one-tap.
Looking a lot better for Team Mac here as Mac takes out David, as well as now a 5v3. And like you said, no stim. Every player is one shot on the other team. All they need to do is push up and hit a bullet. Ash and Juwan both outside looking on that doorway. It gives Ash a gun slightly, but Cohen was able to take out Ash, and just like that, it is a 2v5, and it might be a save from this Blaze team, as we do see a Marui, but Juwan does have a Cyclone, so it would not really make much sense for him to save, but Blaze, with that Marui getting a lot of early damage on him, it would be best for him to save. And I want to go back to what you said. There's no stims on the other team, but 3 players actually have above $1,000. I feel like it was a bit of a misplay here from Team Blaze.
Juwan, with that Cyclone, I mean, he had to have been really broke because, what, Cyclone's 500, so he only had 1,700 this round. So I guess they're just banking on being able to buy next round. And it's a good idea from Blaze right here just to save. I mean, you're at $25. If you walk in and die, you give up a Marui, and you're just going to be broke for pretty much the rest of the game. So definitely a smart play, but I do think that Juwan should maybe try to grab an Omen at least, because I mean, if you die with a Cyclone, who cares? It's a Cyclone. He does pick up an Omen right here. Is he gonna try to get a pick? He's leaning right on the wall. Cohen on the other side. Mac takes out Juwan, and we're gonna see a save come out from Blaze here. As long as, what is this devious angle? Oh, he's watching the stairs. Okay, I was wondering what he was doing.
Oh, I think he might be able to see that door from downstairs from where he is, if he can lean a little bit. I'm looking from the perspective of his head, and I can kind of barely see the bottom of that door. That's a nice little peek right there.
That was a kind of cheeky little angle, but after going down 2-0, Mac's team bringing it back right now, tied up at 2 apiece. I mean, it's looking good for these Mac players. As once again, because the economy, the Blaze's team is going to be able to afford a couple rifles, but they're kind of broke. After that, they're not going to be able to buy utility, and I don't think we're going to see a stim once again unless Blaze decides to buy 1 or 2 maybe. But if you look on that, I was about to say Fusion. If you look on Mac's team, everyone has money. They can buy every single bit of utility they want and have some to spare. Seems like 10K is going to go with that RCP. I guess he was probably buying utility for everyone. But it's definitely, this round is definitely trending towards Mac's team winning this round.
They were down 2-0 to start the game, and it seems like they were able to find some sort of chemistry, some sort of ability to stop this Blaze team as they were just pushing full force. And with that first round won, now winning the second round, they got a lot of economy to be able to snowball into these later rounds, as we see almost a full buy. You see Jacobs with an Omen and 10K with an RCP. Not quite sure why Cohen didn't buy a weapon for at least one of those players, but it's still looking up as we see only 3 one-shot rifles, now 2 one-shot rifles in the hands of Team Blaze as D1 Cheater gets taken out by Mac on that lean from, where was that? Oh, wait, where was that? Where did he die from?
He jumped out of library, and then he tried to rotate downstairs, but Juwan hunted him down.
Okay. So he was able to at least get 2 picks for that. So I think that's a really good trade as David gets an S-tier frag onto 10K with Ash getting a pick of his own onto Savage. And just like that, it is a 3v2 looking in favor. Now a 2v2 with Cohen being able to establish some sort of connection there. And now it is a 1v2 as he gets a little bit greedy and Ash takes out Cohen with just barely any health left to go. It is a 1v1. Ash does not have that one-shot rifle. He does have the ability to pick up that one-shot rifle, but we can see where these 2 players are. All Ash needs to do is sprint into green, get EMP, get that stim, but right now he thinks maybe he's going to be in kitchen, so Ash is going to be playing it very, very safe here because there's still a minute left on the clock, and he needs a better weapon and the health in order to really take out Jacobs unless he gets some sort of Nice little angle, and it looks like we will be seeing each other, but he gets the headshot off, but not enough as Jacobs takes out Ash and finishes that kill with Team Mac going up 3-2, and you wonder, Juice, if he was able to pick up that one-shot rifle, could he have won that gunfight?
Yeah, I was literally just saying that he got the headshot. If he had that Marui that was right next to him in library, that would have been a kill. He headshot Jacobs before Jacobs could react, but because Jacobs had the Marui and because Ash was one shot, obviously, he was able to get that pick, but that definitely could have went in favor of Blaze's team had Ash had the Marui instead of that Oral.
So now we look at the eco here from both teams. It looks like a little bit of a full buy when it comes to the guns and a little bit of util. Okay, so you do see we see 4 flashes bought, a nade, a cloak, got a drone there. I did see a drone with an incense and a stim. So it's looking a little bit better for Team Blaze here, but they only have 2 rifles that are able to have that one-shot headshot capability. But if you look on the other side, all 5 players have been able to buy that better rifle. So on paper, it looks like Team Mac is going to win, but we have seen worse. We have seen Thrifties before, obviously, the reason why there's Thrifties. And Cohen gets a little bit of damage done on himself as well, but Mac gets the pick on the flash, but Blaze refrags Mac immediately and takes out 10K as he gets a little bit too greedy on that door, and just like that, it is a 3v4 in favor of Team Blaze. It looks like Team Mac got a little bit too greedy.
A very aggressive red take. It was like 4 of them pushing that. Flashers were being tossed. Blaze was able to swing through that window. Matt got a kill while he was blinded, but Blaze able to get that quick refrag, putting them up in the numbers advantage 4-3 here. It seemed like they went for a bit of a fake A rotate, and it pulled Jacobs and someone else to that A site, leaving just Cohen by himself on B. Blaze and 2 other players stacked right outside this red hall. Does David have the foam? I don't think no one has foam on them, so I'm not sure what it.
So foam was going to be tossed over to where David is, but it bounced off the door and it is now rolling in sight.
I didn't know that. Savage takes out Blaze as he tried to walk in his sight, and once again this Blaze team is having trouble with the foam. It's like they're allergic to it. I'm not sure what's going on, but it really kind of screwed them over in this round. It's all up to Jawan and David right here. No stims. Both players are hurt. 77 and I guess they just found a stim, so David is going to get up to 100. But Mac's team does have the numbers advantage. And Jacob's able to take out 1, and it's all up to David Martinez here, sitting in the invisibility room with that cloak. Seems like he's going to try to wait for these Mac players to try to get a little bit aggressive here. David crouch walking with that cloak, holding a devious angle under this little tray right here, waiting for one of these players just to peek out. He's crouch walking up to the door. Jacob sitting close right, and he swings out, takes David, able to take out Jacobs right there, but Savage on that quick refrag, putting Mac's team up 4-2 after being down 2-0. I mean, four rounds, 1 straight for this Mac team.
If you were to lose 2 rounds on this map, I would say it would be the first 2 rounds because, like in sports teams that we have seen, momentum is a real thing, and it seems like Mac's team currently has all of the momentum as they won pretty handily that last round, and they won the last 4 rounds straight. So obviously, Blaze is on defense. It's looking a little bit easier for Team Blaze to be able to defend this map. But with that momentum pushing on Team Mac's side, if they play that right and they continue to play super aggressive towards this Team Blaze, I could possibly see Team Mac running away with this. But Team Blaze does need to find some sort of way to win these next 2 rounds, and then it becomes a serious game.
Seems like it is going to be a B push from this Mac team. A pre-nade from D1 Cheater gets a little bit of damage off onto Savage right there, so a bit of chip damage to start the round. That's definitely useful. He's at 71 health now, so I think that is a 1-shot to the head with a Spectral that could kill him, so it might come to haunt them. later into this round is we don't see anyone holding green. So Mac's team able to walk in. Mac is watching the flank as Blaze is about to come down the stairs, and Blaze able to get that pick. But Blaze now at 1 health throws a grenade. Flashes are being tossed. Nate doesn't get any damage, but Blaze at 1 health is wisely gonna rotate back around. Is Cohen able to take out one D1 cheater? Savage on the refrag off on the D1. It's now a 3v3 health advantage though in favor of Mac, and they do know that Blaze is still off site, so they have the man advantage going in.
Jacobs watching that flank and was able to take out Blaze with that headshot, and is now a 3v2 looking in favor of Mac. Flash goes out, not quite sure if there was any sort of damage done with the flash. Incen also goes out, gets a lot of chip damage done on a Savage. Savage is now one shot with the body shot or head, does not matter. It seems like these players know how to hit their heads, as Ash gets a lot of damage done on him from 10K. 10K gets a little bit less at 56 HP. Jacobs takes out Ash and takes out Juan on the flank. What a devious rotate from Red, as all three players were in that little janitor. I'm gonna say the janitor area. I don't know what this. I don't know what that area is called.
Red?
I didn't even see. No. The where B wall is.
Where B?
I don't know what it's called. I don't know what that little room is called. Like where they pushed in at first, where there's two doors.
Oh.
Okay. Well, all three players were over where B wall was, and I didn't even see that Jacobs rotated towards Red. I don't know if your camera was on it, but I mean I was completely shocked by that.
It was a great flank by Jacobs. I mean, Jacobs is always going on those sneaky flanks that no one would ever expect. The whole defense was just focused on that breach wall, and Jacobs able to sneak in through Red and take out those two players without them even knowing what was going on. So Mac's team 5 rounds straight here, and they're all Blaze's entire team are going to buy. Well, I guess everyone on the second round, everyone is buying an SMG. Usually you might see a couple spectral saves, but no, everyone is buying an SMG.
So Savage does have a Spectral, so it is 9 players that are buying SMG, with Savage having 1 Spectral. But yeah, like you said, there is so many SMGs on the table this round. It seems like a little bit more of a fair fight on paper here, as Team Blaze is looking to get any sort of win as they can, being down 3 rounds on their defensive round. Nonetheless, we get into this round. Nade goes out. There's a little bit of damage done. Or excuse me, no damage done, but I believe it took out the drone, as a nade goes out and just barely was unable to clip 10K and Jacobs there, as Jacobs pushed up, tried to be aggressive towards Juan. No damage done to either players. Or excuse me, Jacobs got a little bit of damage done, as Mac takes out Juan immediately on that kitchen flank, takes out that player, with Cohen taking out D1 Cheater, but not before D1 Cheater was able to take out a player of their own. So nice little refrag from Cohen there. And just like that, it is now a 4v2 in favor of Team Mac, as Mac takes out Blaze.
Mac doing a great job holding that flank. He was making sure no one was coming up those stairs, holding that lean peek with that cloak in the library, able to take out Blaze. And just like that, it is looking very good for Mac's team. Nades are being tossed. Mac getting the EMP down with that 4-2 man advantage. Cloak being put on. Ash actually takes out one in the kitchen area, so numbers dwindling for Mac's team. They still have the 3-2 man advantage, now a 3-1, and Mac able to take out Ash, and now Mac's team winning 6 rounds straight are now on match point here.
Team Mac has done exactly what they needed to do. They needed to keep that momentum up, and they are now on their 6th win in a row this round, or this map, excuse me. After being down 2-0, they have not lost a single round, and a couple of rounds got a little bit close, but for the most part, they have been pretty dominant. Like, there's been 3 players up like there was last round, 3 players up like there was the last round for the defensive half. So it's looking very, very nice for Team Mac here. And Team Blaze, you see the full buy coming from them. You wonder if the gun skill is going to be enough to win these rounds, because there's probably not going to be a whole lot of util, as they did full buy again last round. So I don't know. I guess we'll see how this pans out. Obviously, the game is not over yet. Team Blaze, if they win this round, they can win the next couple of rounds and keep snowballing. And all of a sudden, Team Blaze is looking really pretty to win the round. but it comes one round at a time, and I'm excited to see what pans out.
With how little money Blaze's team had, I'm surprised no one decided to buy like an Omen and buy stems to go with the rest of the guns, because I mean all it takes is getting one pick and then you grab that player's gun and give it to your team. But we don't have like hardly any utility from Blaze's team here, so if anyone gets hurt, you're just gonna have to pray that they win their ones. As Jacob says, no you're not, I'm winning my ones. With that Marui able to get a headshot off on the D1 cheater, putting Max team in the man advantages. We have Ash coming on this red flame, takes out one, but Jacobs once again with that quick refrag. Jacobs throwing a flash, almost flashes himself. Blaze's team stuck in this B objective. Both walls are open. Cohen takes out Blaze right there. David Martinez from the vent able to take out Savage right there. Cohen on the refrag, and it's all of the David. Incense are being tossed. EMP is down, and it is looking like an open and shut case right here for Max team to win this round.
David takes out Cohen, so it's looking a little bit more likely, but still not very likely for Team Blaze here, as they have 5 HP with that RCP, facing 2 one-shot rifles with a Marui and a Vezin with EMP down, so they need to come up with something, and they need to do it quick. Hopefully they're able to get Jacobs on some sort of weird peak, as a basically S-tier flash pushes up and gets him exactly to where he is. And now Jacob knows where he is. Same with 10K, and Jacob's able to take out David. And that was a beautiful flash by Jacobs to be able to know exactly where he was. And Team Mac won 7-2.
It was looking like it was gonna go in Blaze's favor there at the beginning of this game. I mean, you go up 2-0, and it's like, man, are they gonna run away with this one? But Max team locked in, and they were able to win this first map quite handedly, winning 7 rounds straight after going down 2. I mean, it was a great performance, as we see a lot of these players on Max team pretty even in the kills, 11, 9, 10, 7. So definitely a very good performance from Max team.
I like, especially with what you just said, how all the kills were pretty much evened out. I like that sort of team chemistry. Not one player was kind of stood out above the rest. I mean, obviously Cohen had 11 kills, he won 11, 5, and 6, but other than that, you see Mac with 9 kills, Jacobs with 10, Savage with 7, and 10K with only 3, but I believe he was mainly watching flank and just being the support player. So all around, great performance from Team Mac there, and the chemistry there worked. All of them were able to kind of split kills. There wasn't really one specific player, and I feel like that's what wins games more often. If there is an entire team that does all the kills and not just one individual player.
I wonder what happened with Blaze's team. I wonder how the morale was. I mean, you go up 2-0, and then you lose 7 straight. I don't know if they were just losing their ones, or maybe Max team is just better. I don't know. But I mean, definitely good players on both of these teams, so I'm surprised it wasn't as close. I mean, it wasn't close, 7-2. But anyways, Blaze team on the defense, Max team on the attack. We're going to Hideout for the second map. Definitely Hideout. I think everyone would agree. Attacker-sided map, especially this top floor site. Pushing A is pretty much undeniable. I mean, if you're on the attack, okay, I gotta get off Jacobs. He's freaking dropping his gun. It's so loud. Jesus Christ. This is a very attacker-sided site, though. You can definitely win this pretty much 10 out of 10 times if you know where to throw your util, where to throw your flashes, incense. It's a very easy plant, and post-plant is just as easy with that A window on the A balcony.
You always tell me how much you hate attacking the site. As I agree with you.
Attacking?
It's really
Defending.
Defending. Yeah, defending this site. I agree with you. It is really difficult to defend this site, especially with the only ability for you to be able to really defend that EMP is util, and they can just bait it out. And it seems like it is a very quick play here as Blaze takes out 10K immediately on that frag with an S-tier frag from Savage, taking out David and D1 Cheater. Mac looking to push up, takes out one player, and Ash looking to see if he can get the second, but Juwan able to refrag him, and just like that, it is a 1v1, a minute and 45 seconds left of the clock, with an S-tier frag again. Savage with 3 kills with util that round. Holy moly, what a play from Savage.
That was absolutely beautiful. Everything just happened so fast. Wall was open. That grenade took out 2. Mac walked in, took out 1. Blaze on the flank took out 2, I believe. It was everywhere that round. But Mac's team came out on top, going up 1-0 on this attack. Bottom floor site now. That was hectic, but shout out to Savage right there, getting 3 kills with grenades. Took out 2 and then picked up another one. Got a third. It was just, he didn't even have to shoot anyone. He just got 3 kills with the... Oh, no, he actually took out Blaze on the flank. That was a near ace. Mac stole his ace, so L Mac in the chat.
Yeah, he almost got an ace with util, like, alone. He got most of his kills. Again, only 1 pick he got with a gun that last round. I don't know who it was, because it was just so hectic being able to. It was just flies dropping as body goes for body goes for body. But anyways, getting into round number 3 here, it looks like to be, or excuse me, round number 2, 3 seconds on the clock. Round number 2 here, it's looking to be a B play as the foam does go on wall, looking to maybe get a quick play. They're starting to slow down a little bit as the nade goes out. Foam now goes out. D1 Cheater looking to push up, but does not get any damage on 10K. 10K was able to take him out flawlessly there. As he's now pushing up, gets a little bit of damage done on with the Incend, a little bit of an A-tier frag there as Ash gets a lot of damage done. Blaze with that kill onto Jacobs from the top roam as Juan gets 2 picks of his own and 10K and Cohen, and just like that, it is a 4v2.
Mac on this flank right now in storage. Gun discipline takes out 1, takes out a second, so Mac putting it into a 2v2, but Ash had something to say about that, takes out Mac off on that flank, and it's all up to Savage right here. He does have the gun advantage, though. He has a Vezin going against an Omen and a Viper, so definitely a winnable situation, especially because that EMP is in reach, along with an Ensign right at his feet, though. Will he grab it, though? Jawan playing close on the breach. Free Fire's coming out, and Savage able to get that headshot down to a 1v1 situation here. Savage with that health advantage and the gun advantage throws an incendiary, but Ash was playing close on Playground and swings up and takes out whoever that player was, takes out Savage, and Blaze's team ties it up. I don't hear you, Scorch. Are you talking? I don't hear you.
I was muted. So, as I was saying, there was a very risky play from Savage there to buy that one-shot rifle at second round, and now it's kind of going to cost him here as he has to spectral save with a nade, and even then he has $650 to his name. So it was risky. Unfortunately, didn't pay off, but it could have paid off. And if he won that round, that would be 9 rounds straight from Team Mac. So Team Blaze, good job basically thwarting this nice little streak that Mac had with 8 rounds straight within those 2 maps.
And you got to give a shout out to Mac's team. I mean, it was a good that round. Mac almost turned that around really quick for his team. He went on that flank into A and was able to take out 2 with pretty good trigger discipline. But he got quickly refragged, and then it just came down to that 1v2, and Savage almost clutched it. But unfortunate right there. Tied up now. Drone being shot out from Blaze playing upstairs. Blaze holding a lean angle onto the front door. 10K about to peek this, but Blaze not able to get shots on him. Throws an instant, knowing that 10K is close on the breach. Only gets a little bit of damage off onto him. Jacob storms into the garage area, but D1 Cheater able to take him out very fast. Mac and 10K take out 2 of their own, and just like that, it is a 3v3 health advantage. I would say, definitely in favor of Blaze's team as that stim is going out on the David right here. I wonder how Mac's team is going to play this right here. They're all in the garage area. All the defenders are in sight. No one on the flank. Where's the foam at? They got to find this foam if they want to get this push going.
With that Vezin that was bought last round, it seems like the Eco and Util was able to be bought from Team Blaze, and it's showing right there as there are 3 one-shot rifles with D1 Cheater taking out 10K. Flash, basically. David Martinez takes out Cohen on his own, and Ash looking to see if he can quick peek. Savage was unable to get that pick, but gets a lot of damage done on through the wall, but D1 Cheater pushes out and takes out Savage, and now Team Blaze is starting to get a little bit of a streak of their own as they are now up 2-1, winning the last 2 rounds. It seems like the from the previous 8 rounds prior to the two rounds that they have won, they've sort of woken up. They've realized, hey, listen, we're getting slammed here. Like let's fix something, let's change something, and they were able to change it, and they won pretty handily last round.
Definitely a bounce back game from Blaze's team here, and you're gonna have to look at the economy, the weapon situation here. We only have 1 Vezin coming out from Mac's team and 4 SMGs, and we look on Blaze's team. Everyone is balling in the money. Everyone has thousands of dollars. Pretty much, well, I guess they have a lot of money, is what I'm trying to say. And they all have rifles. So, as it was for Mac's team last game, Blaze's team is going to have all the utility in the world that they want, all the weapons. And Mac's team, they're going to have to really dig deep and claw their way if they want to try to come out victorious this round.
Dig deep indeed, as you see 4 SMGs from Team Mac with 1 headshot capability, and the Vezin as Cohen takes out Juwan. Now you got that second rifle in the hands of Cohen, tries to get some sort of gun as D1 Cheater takes out Savage. Mac and 10K take out 2 picks of their own, and even though the gun advantage was heavily in favor of Team Blaze, it is now a 4v2, but 10K with 33 health and Mac with 17 health. If they can hit their heads, it's looking a little bit likely as Mac takes out David, but Ash takes out Cohen and refrags Mac. Flash goes out, gets flashed. It is just a 1v1 now as he just barely got headshot. 10 HP left with that Jesper. I think he got headshot with a Jesper. So he's got 10 HP left to his name. Now the stim goes out, and it's looking a little bit more favorable for Ash here as an incredible play by D1 Cheater to have those trips. I believe it was him to have those trips to take out that last player flanking him, and Ash getting those first 2 picks. It is now a 1v1. Jacobs looking to see if he can get some sort of flank down on him. Looks to fake the B push, going back to that doorway, and Ash looking nicely on that EMP, just was not able to. Jacob started to plant the EMP. Now he gets 1 tick down, gets 2 ticks down. Will he get that 3rd? Yes, he does, as Ash lets him plant. But Jacobs looks to push up a little bit as Ash is sitting there waiting patiently. He pushes up and takes out Ash as Team Mac wins a thrifty there. And just because Team Blaze had all of the gun advantage, Team Mac said, you know what? Let's just push full force at them. Let's show them that we don't care what gun we have. We're going to win the game.
I was spectating Ash right there, and Jacobs, after he planted the EMP, he kind of took a step by playground, and it seemed like Ash actually saw Jacobs' head because he flicked down to it, but he didn't shoot. So I think maybe he was like, oh, maybe that's not him. But then Jacobs actually stood up and killed him. I'm pretty sure Ash was just looking at his head and didn't realize that that was Jacobs. He thought maybe it was like a pixel of the wall or something. But Jacobs able to get that EMP down, swing in, take out Ash on that devious angle over the bomb, and tie it up 2-2 right here. So a little bit of a back and forth.
I like the back and forth play from Team Blaze and Team Mac. I like a good overtime game where it's not one-sided, and it's because I feel like if a team goes up 6-0 and they end up going into overtime, they end up winning 7-6, that is on the team that went up 6-0 because obviously something happened there. You were up 6-0 to prove like your dominant performance, but was unable to finish it. So being able to see this back and forth play going up, or not going up, tying 2-2, it is a very nice change of pace and honestly more entertaining game in my opinion.
Sight heavy hold from this Blaze team. I don't know if they know the trips. Oh, they do know the trips, but Cohen actually shot his own teammate. Blaze takes out Cohen off that swing, and Blaze able to run back behind the bomb without being shot. Blaze swinging it again. David with the grenade kill. Mac able to take out Blaze on that refrag. D1 Cheater tried the swing, but Savage punishes him. Mac 1 health right now, and just like that, not even a minute into the round, it is a 3v3. Mac, though, sitting at a nasty 3 health. If he's able to get a grenade kill throwing flashes. Mac with that stim, able to run through the smoke, and it seems like we're going to see a B rotate. All three players are running into B as Blaze's team has no idea. They're all in A. Savage in the connector room. EMP going down on the chassis. It's all up to Jawan and David right here. David crouch walking through the connector room, but Savage standing in connector, just holding this corner. If David peeks this, he might be dead, as we see Jawan going to the lobby here by Killbox, trying to pinch this area with David. This is going to be a very hard retake for Blaze's team, as David able to take out that corner camper, turning it into a 2v2, but 10K punishes Jawan on that flank. Mac able to clean it up in sight, takes out David. Great rotate from Mac's team, and they are able to go up 3-2.
I thought Team Mac was going to lose that. At the very beginning, I really did, because one player had 3 HP. They were sitting right next to the wall. It almost looked like they were able to be seen from bathtub. I don't think anybody was actually behind the bathtub, but it was a great rotate for Team Mac to be able to catch them completely off guard. Like you said, Team Blaze did not move. Both of them were still in A. We're kind of in awe with how quick that rotate was, and I believe this top site in general is just difficult to defend, not just A but B as well, because of how close the doors are. With that very moment, if it comes down to a 3v2 or a 3v3, you don't have enough players to defend both sites, so it is very easy for that attacker team to be able to rotate onto B and, like you said, plant that bomb. And it's just one instant in a con, and just like that, the Team Blaze was not able to get any sort of peaks or anything, as Team Mac was able to get a free EMP plant.
Also, no utility on the door. Usually there's like a static on it. Maybe it was shot out prior in that round, but it helped Mac's team get a quick rotate in and go from A to B instantly. But getting into this side flip round, Mac's team up 3-2 here. Garage take. Cohen just got the firing squad put on him, taken out by D1 Cheater, and then D1 Cheater gets the firing squad put on him. Savage with another wall bang, putting it into a 4v4, and these players haven't even seen each other. A lot of chip damage from Mac's team, as they're going to have to use their stims. Incense, nades, grenades, everything is being tossed right now in the site. Flashes, incense. Jawan sitting on the connector area. Jawan able to take out Mac while he's blind with that incendiary toss. Is now a 4v3 in favor of Blaze's team, holding down this defense very heavy. Blaze tried to swing the door, taken out by 10K, but Jawan with a quick refrag. It's now a 3v2 in favor of Blaze here. Is there, I don't think, since this round has started, everyone's just been firing. It's just been complete chaos since this round has started.
Chaos indeed, and it has not stopped at all, as there's still wall bangs being done as Jacobs takes out David, pre-fires on from Ash, and from B Chassis looking to get any sort of damage done. Jawan sitting in that back corner. If he can get that pick onto Jacobs, it becomes a lot easier for Team Blaze to be able to tie it up, as Savage pushes up and takes out Jawan, and it is all up to Ash. But we have seen Ash almost clutch a 1v4. This is a 1v2. Maybe this is enough for him to be able to clutch it, as he takes out Jacobs, trying to get the second one, and just was barely not able to take out Savage. As what an incredible attempt by Ash. It seems like he did not know where Savage was pushing in, started pre-firing the laundry, and it was nice for him to be able to flick onto his head, but he just had too much health, just barely enough health from Savage to be able to take out Ash. And Team Blaze going up 4-2, or excuse me, Team Mac.
Yeah.
My thing didn't switch.
Yeah,
Team
mine
Mac.
didn't either. Mine didn't either.
Team Mac going up 4-2 on their attack half, and I think this is probably an ideal spot to be. It's not. I feel like some of the sites are extremely attacker-sided, but not all of them. I feel like it's really difficult to go up 6-0 on Hideout, just in general, because this is probably the most balanced map that we see. Obviously, sometimes it's not always balanced, but you see all the other maps. So with Team Mac going up 4-2, I feel like they are sitting well, and in order for Team Blaze to come back, I feel they need to win at least one of these 2 first rounds and not let Team Mac already go up 6-2.
Mac's team Up 4-2 here. Drone going into the storage area. The grenade almost takes out the drone. Blaze with an early pick off on the Mac. So good shots from Blaze right there to give his team the numbers advantage. Savage getting taken less than half health from behind that B chassis. Throwing a grenade. It's not going to get any damage, I don't think. Doesn't. Cohen and 10K holding down the storage area. And Jacobs, I don't even know. Oh, Jacobs peeked out of the A window, takes out one, and Blaze is in sight. Blaze is in A, telling his team to rotate. EMP's outside in water. Savage going for a rotate, but he's going to get an instant on his feet. Great rotate from Blaze as Jawan's able to take out another. 10K takes out one, but he's now in a 3v1 here as EMP is on the other side of sight going down on A. This is going to be a very hard retake as the entire Blaze team is in B, and that's a second incendiary toss, so that's an extra 15-20 seconds off of your time to be able to kill 3 players and get that EMP diffused. It is not looking good for Mac's team here. There's a flash too, another flash. Blazes. Oh, that was a bully. That was a bully moment in Ash. I think he realized that and he TK'd, because that was about to be really mean what he was about to do.
He bullied the crap out of him. He flashed him, ran behind him, just waited for him to not. I think Blaze was trying to wait for him to not get flashed so he could kill him from behind with the one shot with the one hand. But Ash was able to stop that bully as Blaze was able to take him out, but he wasn't able to do his plan with Ash looking to get the kill himself. And just because, Blaze got the pick onto 10K, but Ash refragged Blaze. I mean, I feel like that was really nice. That was a really good play by Team Blaze.
You gotta stand up to your bullies, and that was just great from Ash right there. That's what you like to see, Ash. I'm glad you're not a bully. Blaze, shame on you. You tried to stand behind that poor man. You were just going to stand there and look at him and just make fun of him. Tried the aura farm, but Ash said, nope, you are not aura farming. He TK'd Blaze. Rightfully so.
Now we are getting into round number 8 here. Mac up 4-3 still, but Team Blaze able to get that one round. Like I said, if they could win one of the 2 rounds, if they could win both rounds, they're sitting really nicely with that eco snowballing. But we have seen them win 2 rounds in a row with Mac end up winning the final rounds as 10K and D1 Cheater looking to see each other as 10K takes out D1 Cheater before D1 Cheater was able to see him. But Ash with that refrag, it is now 4v4, but the health is significantly, I would say, in favor of Team Blaze as Savage on 30 HP with that Spectral and Mac only on 10 with that Viper. It is a 3v4 in sight as Mac is downstairs. If Team Blaze doesn't realize that, Mac can still do some heavy damage with only 10 HP here, looking to see if he can push up. You see him just below Blaze as the push is starting to commence. Blaze pushes down and gets taken out by Mac. So even though he's on 10 HP, he was able to get that pick. And just like that, there's a 4v3 in favor of Team Mac, but it is still a 3v3 on site.
That was a absolutely beautiful play by Mac, able to take out Blaze being full health, and Mac only at 10. He's able to get that pick, and he knew that someone was going to go for that refrag, so he said, I'm getting the hell out of here. Runs away. Cohen swings out the breach, takes out one. I don't know why the wall isn't open yet. Cohen takes out a second. David able to get that quick refrag, but it's all up to David here, and Mac going on that flank again, crouch walking around. This is a bit of a predicament for David here. Is he going to go for a B rotate?
I feel like he should go for a B rotate here because, I mean, obviously we can see. Okay, so now Savage has pushed into B, so there is one player in B, but he has 30 HP. Now Jacobs is looking to see if he can back up Savage there as he might be able to throw a little bit of util. I think he has a nade in his hand. Okay, yeah, it is a nade. Nade goes out, gets a little bit of damage on David, but not before David was able to take out Savage. It is now a 2v1, gets a little bit of damage on Jacobs as he was able to just barely able to rotate. David looking to get that third tick off on the EMP. Third tick is off now. David takes out one in Mac, but Jacobs was able to refrag him with a beautiful blind fire, and that almost worked for Team Blaze. So even though Team Blaze is now down 5-3, it is not out yet. I mean, it has been close rounds with 1v1s, 2v1s. Like it was a 3v1 there, or was it a 4v1? I think it was a 4v1. Wait, was it a 3v1 or 4v1?
3v1.
Okay, so even though it was a 3v1 there, David was able to make it a 1v1. So it's a lot closer than what the score says. And Team Blaze, if they win another round, they're looking to see if they can tie it up again. So I think Team Blaze now needs to hold off Team Mac from getting the overtime point. If they can do that, I think they're sitting pretty well. If Team Mac at all gets a round within these next 2 rounds, it's going to be very difficult for Team Blaze to be able to push back, and Team Mac might win 2-0.
It was a good effort from David right there in that 1v3. Popped the wall, went for a rotate, and put it down to a 1v1. Jacobs, with that quick refrag, though, came behind and able to get that pick and secure Mac's team that round. But it was a good effort, and you hurt the economy just a little bit from David getting those 2 picks. I mean, look at the guns from Mac's team. You don't have any rifles. I mean, I guess Jacobs does have an oral, but you don't have any Vezins. And actually, we're going to see a bit of an off meta come out from this Blaze team. We have 4 players on front door right now, and they're going to be running straight into lobby, going to A. Door blockers being shot open. Jacobs is calming to his team right now that these players are coming from lobby. Nades are being tossed. Doesn't get any tags. Blaze is in sight. He needs the EMP. Jawan follows Blaze behind. Jacobs able to get a pick off in the theater. Incense are being tossed. Mac with the wall being Blaze with a refrag. Blaze with a second. Cohen with a refrag off in the Blaze. EMP is not down. Cohen takes out a second. It's all up to David once again in another 1v3 situation. Now a 1v2. But Cohen with that refrag puts Mac's team up 6-3 here on match point, and definitely a great defensive effort from Mac's team to be able to rotate and stop that plant.
Now it has become significantly more difficult for Team Blaze to be able to win. Now they need to play a perfect game here. They have the ability to almost, because they have that one-shot rifle with the Marui. Now, so it was with Juwan. It seems like Juwan was buying weapons. So now they have 4 Orils with the Marui, but there's no foam. There's no foam is not being bought by anybody. There's no flash, or there's 4 flashes bought with a nade. But other than that, there is no util. So I feel like Ash. Okay, so Ash is looking to buy foam. Foam is now bought. So the best case scenario for Team Blaze here, I would feel, is just to blow the hatch and jump directly into B. You know that Team Mac is probably going to be defending A with all of their might. You see only one player in 10K near A, and near B, and he's not even near B. He is sitting behind the kill box. Obviously, we see that, but I would say that the best case scenario for Team Blaze is to hopefully get this trip. If they can get this trip on that door, push right into B, and be able to plant, it'd be really helpful for them to win and snowball to possibly overtime.
This is where, if I'm on Blaze's team, I'm gonna probably sell my oral and get an omen just so you can buy more utility. You don't have any stims or nothing. I mean, you have foam, but you have 1 grenade. You don't have the incense or nothing, which are so viable for winning this round. Ash is at half health, but guess what? They don't have a stim. So Mac able to take out 1. Jawan able to get a quick refrag, but Ash is just going to sit at that 50 health because they don't have the stims. And it's just, they don't have the utility to push this site. On Mac's team, you have all the grenades, and they actually might have just wasted a grenade. Cohen is in the smoke right now and gets punished. Very aggressive from Cohen right there. Max in the disadvantage here with the man disadvantage. 3-4. They do have a nade and an incendiary. Blaze throws flashes into the back of sight. There's a static on the door. Blaze actually runs through the breach wall now on the default plant with the EMP. He's going to try to put it down on the wall. Smokes are being tossed instant, and that's going to take Blaze down very low. Blaze sitting right behind that A chassis. One shot. Blaze crouch walking in, but he's taken out by trip mines. With that smoke grenade that Blaze threw, he couldn't see where the trip mines were. So detrimental to himself, and now once again, because you don't have stims, or I guess Ash did find a stim now, he's going to get up to 100, but they are not looking good in the health department.
3v3. It's still possible, but that EMP is planted, so they can't go for any sort of rotate now. They must push up on that EMP, and it seems like Team Mac does realize that, so they no longer have to defend B unless for any sort of flanks. But 10K takes out David, and it is now a 2v3. It is looking very nice for Mac there, as 10K now takes out Juwan. With Ash taking out 10K, it is now a 2v1. Ash needs to come up with any sort of answer for this team, as he takes out one of Jacobs and was not able to swing Savage. That would have been an amazing kill there, as Savage takes him out, and Team Mac wins 7-3, but a very close one, as Ash almost just completely flicked on Savage.
Dude, if Ash would have killed him right there, oh my gosh, that would have been play of the year. Everything was against Blaze's team right there to win that round, but Ash almost pulled it out right there, almost clutched a 1v3, and Savage over here doing a little bit of a little dance over here, but Mac's team wins it 2-0. Mac's team has won the finals. Mac's team won the finals.
Okay. I was looking at something, man. All right, buddy.
Mac's team.
You went silent, bro.
I started pointing at you. I was like, what is this guy doing?
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
Mac's team won the finals. Thank you all for joining up. Thank you guys for watching. I've been your host, Juice, joined today by Scorch, the GOAT himself. Everyone needs to give my boy some recognition. I'm standing up for this. Y'all need to give my boy some recognition. This guy right here, he be casting with me all the time, and he gets egoed. Stop egoing this man. Stop. Give him his recognition. Give him his flowers. Making me mad.
Give me my flowers.
Give him his flowers. I'm sick and tired of this. I'm kidding. If y'all see this man, act like you don't know him. Who is this guy?
Yeah. There it is. Yeah.
All right. Anyways, I'm signing off. Goodbye, everyone. Adios. Goodbye.
You